What's happening, everybody? It's the Miami Football Fanatic here again. Glad you guys could join me here for another video. And today we're going to be doing another mock draft. Going to be using the Miami Dolphins, 7 rounds, using the fanspeak mock draft simulator. This is going to be my second mock draft up on YouTube here. So glad you guys could join me here for another draft. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so in the past few weeks there's been a bit of movement with the big board. Many players have moved up and down. Daniel Jones has taken a big step back. He's ranked 60th at the moment, but I'm sure that will change as we move forward with the pre-draft process. But pretty similar to my mock draft I did a couple of weeks ago, but there is much more clarity as to where these players are at the moment and when they could possibly fall April 25th. Alrighty, so let's have a look at the quarterbacks. So for the Dolphins here, the main best 3 quarterbacks are gone. Drew Lock went number 4 to the Raiders, which I don't see happening, but even though Gruden did seem like he was pretty enamored with Drew Lock at the Senior Bowl, I really don't see that happening. And there's Haskins going to the Giants and Kyler Murray going to the Jaguars. That could very well happen. That's very realistic there. But let's move forward with the draft. So, obviously, yeah, as you can see there, with 3 quarterbacks being taken in the top 10, a bunch of blue chip defensive talent has moved down. So Quinnen Williams, Rashawn Gary, Ed Oliver, Greedy Williams. I mean, he's been available in these mock drafts a lot, but right here, the obvious option here is Quinnen Williams. If you haven't watched his tape, I highly recommend it. He's just a block-shedding machine as a defensive tackle, and he's tremendous against the run. He's just got tremendous snap off the ball, great strength. He's got great speed. He's got great quickness for an inside rushing defensive lineman. It's exactly what you want in the NFL these days with the prolific passing games we're seeing around the league, but this really is not realistic for the Dolphins. Quinnen Williams definitely is going top 10, but I'll take him. Okay, so here we are in the second round. Here, preferably what I want to get is an offensive lineman, an inside offensive lineman, a guard, or a center. Okay, so here we are picking 15th. A couple of good guards have come off the board. Chris Lindstrom, Dalton Reisner. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look what we got. So quarterback, there's Will Grier there. Could be an option here, but I'd rather pass it at the moment. Josh Jacobs, ooh, that is very tempting right there. But we've got many other holes to fill. Even though he'd be a great dynamic piece, really should be passing on him. A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, Andy DeBazar, Isabella, Caden Smith. Tackle, most of the good tackles are gone. I'm sure David Edwards could play right tackle in the league. But right here, I really should have watched some tape of Nate Herbig, but I haven't at this point. I've watched a lot of tape on Michael Jordan and Bo Benchwall. I haven't watched any Conor McGovern, but Nate Herbig, being rated this high, he must be a solid guard, but I really want to see him for myself to really pull the trigger there. Oh, Jalen Ferguson. Devin Bush, ooh, very tempting. Joe John Williams. I'm going to go ahead here and take Joe Juwan Williams from Vanderbilt. We really need like a dominant cornerback opposite Xavier Howard if we do bring him back. And then if we do end up trading Xavier Howard, Joe Juwan Williams could be, he won't be the Pro Bowl caliber that Xavier is, but Joe Juwan, just watching his tape, he's a huge corner. He'll probably be 6'2" or 6'3" at the combine, but he does look he like on tape he does look like he's a legit 6'3", but he's a terrific man press corner, and he's got tremendous ball skills. He does a great job tracking the ball on deep routes, whatever routes he's defending. He does a tremendous job. So John Williams would be perfect here. So I did pass on a guard on round 2, and hopefully, let's have a look here. Yep, Michael Jordan and Connor. Oh, Bo Benchwald's gone, but Michael Jordan's there, and he's a guy. He played center this year for Ohio State, but he really probably is going to be playing guard in the league. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He is a terrific nickel. Great tackler. So quarterback. Ryan Finley could be, but Jared Stidham. I'm a big fan of his. He really looks the part as a quarterback. He really his mechanics just really look like a legit quarterback. But we need to get some blue chip players here. Okay, so let's go back to the top. So there's got Michael Jordan here, David Crawford, Elgin Jenkins. See, really just a preference here. Elgin Jenkins, which I think is how you pronounce it. He played a lot of center this year for Mississippi State, but he's being projected as a guard as well. But let's go ahead and take Elgin Jenkins. I've heard great things about him, and just watching him on tape, he looks like a really sound inside defensive lineman, and he'll be exactly what we need. And he's got versatility with possibly moving to guard. So we got two. We've got two Williamses, Quinnen Williams and John Williams with the first 2 picks, and we went ahead and grabbed a very solid center in Elgin Jenkins. And right here, you need to keep the train moving and grab another top flight talent right here. Oh, sorry about that. I was just having a drink of water. Alrighty. Okay, so there's a number of talented tight ends available here, but I really would rather go in a opposite direction. Oh, right here, I really want to grab Joe Jackson. He's a terrific defensive end from the University of Miami. But Jarrett Stidham's gone. Well, the Panthers snagged him right there. Okay, let's just work our way through positions. So Brett Ripien could be an option here. Darrell Henderson. I'm a huge fan of his. He's just a absolutely dynamic running back. He's gonna tear the league up. Defensive line. Well, we already got Quinnen Williams. Edge. Many good options here. Linebacker. Jaquan Williams. What am I talking about? Jaquan Johnson. Too bad. LJ Humphrey's off the board here. Little Jordan Humphrey from Texas. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab Jaquan Williams. I know we do have 3 safeties at the moment, but with us moving into this complex scheme, I really think that Jaquan Williams would be a great piece for Blind Flores' defense moving forward. There really wasn't any other great options. I mean, I wanted to take a wide receiver here, but a lot of the guys that I wanted were off the board, and edge rushers were gone. the quarterback I wanted, Stidham, was taken off the board, so went ahead and grabbed another solid defensive player. So here we are in the 5th round. Here, I really want to take either a receiver or a running back. But let's have a look at what we got. So we got David Seals. I really like him out of West Virginia. Darrell Henderson still here. He's definitely not going to be here when in the 5th round when the draft comes around. He's going to go in the 2nd or 3rd round. He's as I said before, an incredible dynamic athlete. So honestly, here the top 2 options is David Seals and Darrell Henderson. Let's have a quick look at what we got. Kalen Saunders, linebacker. We've already taken a corner. We've already taken a safety. Let's go ahead here and take the dynamic running back out of Memphis. Even though we do have Kenyon Drake and Ballage, he would just be a great insurance policy. And he's a guy that he's that talented and just such a beast of a running back. He could even take snaps away from Ballage and Drake in his first year. I really think that's possible. He could really possibly turn into the lead back if we have injuries. But yeah. I think in the 6th round I'll be taking either Khalil Hodge or I wanted to take Keelan Doss, the wide receiver. I think it's called California Davis. This is the college he's from. He's a great receiver. Oh, there he is right there, 108th overall. Hopefully he's still on the board there for us, because he's a guy who's 6'3", and he just runs like his routes are just super crisp, and just the way he comes out of his breaks for a guy his size, it really is incredible. So there he is, Keelan Doss. So if we went with the receiver in the 5th round, Benny Snell would have been a great option here. He's a guy, he's a beast of a running back. He's like 220 pounds or 225, whatever, but he runs with tremendous vision, and he always falls forward. Like, he always finds the right running lane, and that would be great for us. But right here, Khalil Hodge. I'm just going to give you guys an idea of the kind of production that this guy has had at the University of Buffalo. It's just insane. First year, 123 tackles, 153 tackles. And then I think in 2018 he had like 160 tackles or something like that. So tremendous production. So we've got 2 options here. Let's take Keelan Doss, because we really do need that big receiver with us. Hopefully and definitely moving off from Devontae Parker. Hopefully he doesn't stick around. It's definitely not going to be sticking around for the $9.3 million fifth year option. So we've done a great job here replacing Devontae Parker with Keelan Doss, the terrific right runner and big-bodied, sure-handed receiver from California Davis. So here in the 7th round, really take a special teamer or a guy that could maybe develop into a spot starter moving forward, or a role player, or a depth piece for the 53-man roster. So not going to get too picky here. Probably a linebacker for. We're probably going to be moving on from Mike Hull and Stephon Anthony, so we're going to need another linebacker there to help out on special teams. And Sion Tucky. So quarterback. We didn't get a quarterback this draft, but We filled many other needs. But yeah, like I said, let's not go too picky here. I don't want the video to run too long for you guys. But there we go. We've taken a linebacker there, a guy that can most certainly help out in special teams. Honestly, I haven't watched any tape of him myself, but I'm sure he could step in and be a nice special teamer for us. Alrighty, so in review, Quinnen Williams. Let's wait for this to load up. Alrighty, so Quinnen Williams right there. That's a pipe dream. He's not going to be there at pick 13. It's definitely not going to be happening. But for the sake of this mock draft, did work out great for us. Jojuan Williams, the big-bodied press corner. He's just tremendously talented. Elton Jenkins. He's a guy that's got versatility on the inside. Joquan Williams is a guy that would be a tremendous piece with this multi-front defense. Darrell Henderson, the incredibly dynamic running back out of Memphis. He ran for 8 yards a carry this year. Keelan Doss, like I said before, just a big-bodied receiver that he runs tremendous routes. I mean, I never saw Devontae Parker run routes the way Keelan Doss can. And then for the last one, we got just a depth piece right there, a guy that can hopefully help out in special teams. So hopefully the night of the draft, we've got many more picks in this. We really need to be trading back, maybe in the first round or the second round, to get more picks, because that's definitely what's needed to build a team. I mean, that's the best way to build a team in a hurry. Just moving back in the draft whenever possible, as long as there isn't a player that you absolutely love, you have to trade back and get more picks to rebuild. It's just the best way to do it. And as you can see, look, New England they've been the king of the league for 20 years now, and look at how many picks they've got. They got a first round pick. They got 2 seconds. They got 3 third-round picks. They got 1 fourth-rounder. They got a 5th-rounder, and then 2 sevenths. That is the shape we should be in. I mean, maybe we'll probably have 1 first, 2 seconds, or maybe 2 thirds, something like that, if we play our cards right. But just look at this. The Patriots, they won the Super Bowl. They've won their 6th Super Bowl, the 3rd one this decade, and they're winning with the draft too. I mean, last year they had 2 first-round picks. They took Sony Michel and Isaiah Wynn. But, this is the kind of draft capital that we need to execute this rebuild. And hopefully that's something that happens leading up to the draft, on the night of the draft. If there isn't a guy there in pick 13 that we absolutely love, we have to move back at least a few spots to like 15, 16 or 17, something like that. That's definitely needed. Alrighty, so that's it for my second mock draft here. Be sure to leave the feedback, all the feedback you want in the comment section. As always, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And as always, fins up, baby. I'll see you guys in the next video.